All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for the views, the likes, the comments, and overall support. We really appreciate it. It helps us get our stuff out more, get the messages out. But what do you do when you're manipulated to the max? And what I mean is, you see a girl you like, you hit it off really good, but then she starts to manipulate you like really bad to where it hurts your reputation and it pretty much destroys career chances that you had an opportunity to pursue. And that's what happened to this young man right here, as this podcaster pretty much ruined this man's life for about a decade. And it's crazy. It gets worse than that. She has a reputation of doing it. But anyway, let's go ahead and start with the first man.
This man says he's been living a nightmare after the woman he dated falsely accused him of fathering twins.
For the last decade, it's been a miserable experience.
Michael Marraccini says he met podcaster Laura Owens in 2016.
That was his mistake right there. At least she got a chance to do an interview with TED Talks. But yeah, it's like never date a podcaster or social media influencer. I mean, more than likely they have mental issues off screen. Yeah.
My name is Laura Owens.
After 2 months of casual dating, Michael says she told him she was pregnant.
Did you think that there was any way you could have gotten her pregnant?
I had major doubts because we had only had protected sex.
So that right there means, of course, you're not the only one. Everybody has a roster. Most women have a roster of guys. So usually when she tells somebody, the person that she's in a relationship, that she's pregnant, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be his. Because if there's a roster of guys and she's sleeping with other guys, there's a good possible chance that that kid could be theirs too. Like, you just don't know until you actually get the test results. But then when you ask for a test results, then that's when all the blood clot crying begins. Oh, you don't trust me. Well, I don't want to be a sucker, and I just want to make sure that the kid's actually mine before I take it any further with you and do the right thing, put a ring on it, move you in the 3-4 bedroom house in the suburbs and all that.
Was there anything unusual about the pregnancy?
There were twins.
He says Owens bombarded him with fake pregnancy tests and photos from a clinic after claiming to have had unsuccessful abortions.
I was petrified. I had a pit in my stomach for months.
And see, a lot of women know that they could ruin a man's life by seeing that she's pregnant. So usually that changes everything when the children comes into the picture, right? Depending on how serious the relationship is, the level of the relationship and how far they want to go with it. And see, these days, a lot of people are like, oh, I'll just hide it from him and just get an abortion because I don't want to have a kid. That's what happens to a lot of guys. So the girl would be pregnant. Nobody would know that she got an abortion. She doesn't have to tell them.
And the last thing I would ever want to do is have a child with her.
So that means something was wrong with her right there. If he see the way he said it, he was like, the last thing I would do is have a kid with her. I mean, she got some nice teeth, but everything else about her is probably toxic. This is gone. I mean, they look happy. They're both smiling. I see teeth. All I see is teeth in the photo, but obviously she has some other plans. He probably thought that she was the one, and she wasn't.
6 months of chaos, Michael claims Laura Owens finally admitted to making up multiple pregnancies.
Did you think that she was pretending to be pregnant to keep you in the relationship?
I did.
According to Michael, after he broke up with Laura Owens, he says she came up with a new story that he had abused her.
Ooh, that's when it really gets serious. Talk about massive manipulation. If she takes that to the police, he could go to jail whether there's no proof or not. That's where women have all the power at. They could falsely accuse you of doing this, and that. And if the police go off with probable cause, they drag you in to the jail cell. Oh, that's sad.
That claim totally upended Michael's life.
She said that I had strangled her, that I had taken her within inches of her life, that I had beat her on a regular occasion.
Were you ever physically abusive?
No.
Did you?
And see, the funny thing about it is, That's normal in most marriages. In households, domestic violence is normal, whether you believe it or not. It just goes unreported. A lot of women don't want to go back to live with family, or let alone pay rent on an overpriced 1-bedroom apartment. Like, they don't want to be seen as a failure, so they'll put up with the beatings and the abuse and all that, just to pretend like it's all good. So most people are in pretend marriages. They pretend like their marriage is good when really it's not.
Do you ever threaten her?
No.
Michael says they were all lies, but Laura Owens obtained a domestic violence restraining order against him. Michael's wife, Danielle.
We've spent many nights crying.
Whoa. We? Who is we? So a new woman comes into his life and puts up with all that. That's a strong woman. He better have put a ring on that. I mean, my man's did the right thing.
Because we just felt powerless, helpless.
They say the restraining order ruined job
Look at that. Look. She's really into him. All right. He found himself a cheerleader. Congratulations to him.
opportunities and Michael's reputation. Danielle says she was too scared to post their wedding photos from 2 years ago, fearing Laura Owens' reaction.
That's crazy to me, though. She's with this guy and she's scared of the ex. You don't hear that too often. And she stuck around.
I felt fearful that she may come harm me. She's just so unpredictable. You don't know what she may or may not do.
But Michael wasn't Owens' only alleged target.
I'm dealing with the most crazy individual I've ever met in my life.
I mean, this isn't funny, but damn, it's like, how many guys did you do this to?
TV's former bachelor, Clayton Eckert, recently went public with his own battle with Laura Owens. He said, like Michael, Laura Owens accused him of fathering twins, but a judge said that she lied.
We ask that you keep us in our thoughts and prayers.
Now, Clayton, Michael, and another alleged victim of Owens, Greg Gillespie, are teaming up, issuing a public warning.
Wow. All over this mid girl. A typical girl next door type. Stirred all this up. That's crazy, man.
They say that Laura Owens has a pattern of falsely accusing men of impregnating her with twins that never exist.
Laura, Scottsdale Police.
Another jaw-dropping development. Police served a search warrant at Laura Owens' home in Scottsdale, Arizona. She now faces...
Look at her face. You could tell there's some mental trauma going on right there. I mean, you are a product of your own environment. We don't know what happened in her childhood house home. Maybe she was abused. Maybe she watched her parents fight all the time. Like, you just don't know. Maybe she was raped. She hates men. She might be a man hater. That's why she's doing this. Most women hate men, believe it or not. Whatever they had to deal with, that uncle that raped them, it's just crazy. And unfortunately, those guys had her at her worst. Don't be surprised if you find her on OnlyFans too. And why is the right eye purple and the one to the left is green?
His 14 felony counts, alleging she committed fraud and perjury against Clayton.
Yeah. That's the Becky crash out pose. Look at them legs though. This woman, I know a crackhead when I see one, but damn.
Greg Gillespie.
You guys don't understand!
Attorney Rachel Juarez from the court TV show Hot Bench represents Michael Marraccini.
When her pregnancy claim doesn't work out because no baby comes, she resorts in a lot of ways to restraining orders. I've never seen anybody do something like this.
This month, a restraining order against Michael was dismissed after Laura Owens failed to show up to a recent court hearing. She told Inside Edition she was hospitalized at the time with a severe medical condition and she couldn't make the court date and is appealing.
What, in your view, is justice in this case?
I think the only thing that will change her is actually going to prison.
Laura Owens has pleaded not guilty to criminal charges. She denies Michael Marraccini's allegations and says she's telling the truth.
Sure she is. All lies. She missed that court date on purpose because she couldn't come up with a story good enough. On top of that, lying to the judge is worse than lying to the police. This is Kyle Vale. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.